Hello, everybody. My name is Bliss, and I'm here with my really good friend, Terri Jarvis.
Hey, everyone.
Tonight, we're going to talk about chakras. Terri's going to lead us, and I'm going to ask her some questions. And yes, 2026, Seattle won the Super Bowl last night, so I'm wearing my team.
Yay.
So, well, let's jump into this. Terri, how did you get started with chakras?
In the early 90s, I decided to take what they were calling a Reiki class. It was brand new, first coming out, well, in the arena that I was actually studying in. So I started taking the Reiki class, and part of the Reiki class was actually learning the chakra system and learning pretty in-depth what it entailed, so that I would have a greater understanding as to the energy. We're all energy, and everything is energy, as we know, but really how to utilize the energy to work with the systems to benefit with the Reiki, as well as doing other healing work modalities.
Awesome. So that was in the 90s. And when you learned about the chakras, did you learn how to clear them and heal them?
We learned how they function, their jobs, if you will, and how to clear them, as well as how to recognize when there was an imbalance within the systems. As we know, there's 7 main chakras within the body. This might be a good time to go right into that. I have a little diagram here to make it easier for a visual of actual where they're located. At the bottom, we start, this is the root chakra. The root chakra it's right below the pelvic area. And this is where you become grounded into the earth, where you are actually feel safe, connected to Mother Earth, if you will. And then we move up to the sacral, and the sacral is from the coccyx bone, the tailbone, up to the belly button. And that is where, I don't know if you can see the color very well, but this is the color of orange. And so this chakra, its job is to how we relate to people, how we communicate with people, how we feel sexually, if we're in touch with ourselves sexually, or really communication within relationships as well. The next one is the solar plex. That is from the breastbone down to the belly button. And this is how we, yes, exactly.
Okay.
That entire region. And this is the creativity. This is how we digest, how we see ourselves in society, how we maneuver through. And when we're working with this, a lot of times if there's an imbalance, you'll find that there's problems with the stomach issues, the digestion. Then we move up to the heart, and we all know where the heart is. This is the heart center. We call it the heart center. It's the heart region. And the heart, when it's in balance, it's just beautiful. It's when you're really coming from a loving place, when you're feeling compassion and empathy, and just really being able to give of yourself in a kind, loving way. When it's a little bit off, unbalanced, you're going to have jealousy. You're going to have sarcastic negativity, not being open, but being very closed. We then move up to the throat chakra. It's this entire region, and obviously we know what communication is, and this is where we communicate from. When you have open communication that flows, there's an ease, there's grace. A lot of times when you have an imbalance there, you'll have sore throats. You'll have a lot of mucus. There could be thyroid conditions. So they're all very important systems, but they really work together very well. This is considered the third eye. This is located here. This is where your psychic, intuition, your clairvoyance, and being connected to your higher realm, your spirit guides, your angels, if you will. And then we move up to the crown chakra, the crown here. This is where we're connected to our higher selves, to our God, to our the divine, if you will. And this is where we really get a lot of our information, these two, the crown and the third eye, in the psychic realm, in the spiritual realm.
Okay, so let me see if I get this straight. So when I use my intuition, some people say listen to your gut, some people say the voice in their head or whatever. That's more coming from here, my intuition.
It may draw in through these two chakras, your crown and your third eye, but it lands. You feel it in your stomach a lot of times. That's why they say you get that gut feeling. And it's really about listening, because that's part of the sensors in your body, and that's how those chakras work together. They're helping one another to do their jobs, if you will.
And when you say listen, it's not always audible. Sometimes it's that upset feeling or that tension, or because I used to get stuck on that years ago. They say listen to your intuition. I was like listening for a voice. You know, I never heard
you're talking to me.
But you know, I get this anxiety in my chest, and it kind of like, you know, gets stuck here, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what they mean. You know, that means no. You know?
Yes. And a lot of times it'll just be that uncandid knowing. It's like, I just know that this is not the right thing for me. Or, yes, this is definitely where I'm supposed to be going and where I'm being led. So it's really, it's not necessarily hearing, but it's that feeling, being in touch with the feelings as much as hearing it something. It's hearing your own innate voice, being connected to your oneness.
Okay, now you said the root chakra is how we ground. It has a lot to do with grounding and feeling safe. And so when I've been taught, when I ground, I feel it from like where my hip area, my root chakra, and then to imagine I have roots growing into the earth or a waterfall or something like that, so that I can feel like I'm hanging on to something energetically.
Yes. Feeling more solid within yourself. Someone that's root chakra is, that's right. Someone that's root chakra is out of balance will seem very scattered. It'll be like they're going in 20 different directions, when in actuality, it's just all they need to do is just ground themselves. And a really good way that I have found for grounding myself is just closing my eyes and just seeing the center of my crown chakra opening up and allowing white light to just flow down and through, and feeling it just wash down through my body. And as it gets to the core of your tailbone, seeing that move down further and into the earth. And then as it moves down into the earth, let it have some roots. And then really allowing yourself to feel as a part of that root system going deeper into the earth. And just allowing yourself to take a couple deep breaths and breathe that energy in and let it flow down and through.
Yeah, that is. I can really feel that. That is great. If you try that, if you didn't try it with me, back us up and try it. That feels really great. That feels really.
That's a lovely way to do it. There's also another interesting way of grounding yourself, as well as aligning your chakras, which I learned this not back in the 90s, but more recently, probably within the last 10 or 15 years, is that when you're feeling off and you're just not feeling balanced or in alignment with your own energy, everything just feels kind of cattywamped haywire, is to close your eyes, and you're going to want to be in an open space. Close your eyes, put your arms out, palms up, and spin counterclockwise until your body tells you to stop. And when you do, when you open your eyes, you'll actually feel your chakras. You'll feel your chakras. You'll feel them do this motion, and it just kind of washes down through. And then you close your eyes again, and you do it clockwise. And again, you just listen to your body, stop, and allow yourself to just get that feeling of everything realigning. It's kind of a fun thing to do, especially the first few times you do it. It's like you're not sure what's gonna happen there, and then all of a sudden you do it. It's like you can just feel that whole realignment and that ease that comes with it. It's really fun.
I wrote notes. I'm going to try it as soon as we're done. I hope you all wrote notes because this is good stuff. I'd never heard of that one. I like that. That one's fun. I like fun things.
And the nice thing is you can basically do it anywhere. But the first one with closing your eyes and allowing the light to come through, that's probably the most universal one that you can do where you can really, bring yourself back into alignment.
Yeah, also, I can do that anywhere. At a meeting, I can do that anywhere.
Yeah, just close your eyes.
I notice when I'm under stress and I have a bunch of things that I'm trying to think about all at once, that's when I need to just take the moment, close my eyes, and then it's like everything kind of falls into place.
Yes. Yes. It's that ease that you regain. There's a couple other ways that you can, things that you can do to work with your chakras as well as on that healing level. Is use sound. Sound is a great thing. The different frequencies align the chakras. There are certain frequencies with each chakra. I don't have that with me at this time, but you can also meditate. You can do yoga, take a walk in the woods. Best thing ever, hug a tree. Just go out and find a tree and hug it. The tree will love it, and your soul, your energy will love it as well. It's just like a reconnection to that Mother Earth and to all of the elements, actually.
I've heard if you walk barefoot outside, that can be grounding and good too. I'm not sure how that works with the chakras, but I've heard that can be grounding.
It's very grounding. Just putting your feet, putting your hands in soil, getting connected with that earth energy is very realigning. It's really, really balancing as well.
Do I need to take my gloves off when I work in the garden?
Yes, of course. Yes. Feel the soil. Let yourself reconnect with it. It's wonderful.
I don't walk barefoot because we have fire ants and they're all over the place. I'm afraid.
Oh, you'll have to come to Florida. We'll take you to the beach. That's what we'll do.
Oh, yeah, on the beach. I love walking right in the water, right there. Oh, that's my favorite thing.
Yeah, that's definitely reconnecting.
So you said there's 7 chakras, right?
Yes.
7 main ones.
Yes.
And can you tell me, okay, if I remember right, you said something about the colors? You started to see colors.
Yes. As the chart shows, the root chakra is red, your sacral is orange, the solar plexus is yellow, you have your heart, which is green, the throat, which is blue, your third eye, indigo, and then the crown, purple. And so if you look at these and then you think about if you're finding that you're feeling off balance or you're being drawn to work with one of the chakras for healing, you can always wear different colors that are coordinating with the different chakras to help enhance that healing ability. You can also eat healing foods. When you're going to your cupboard and you're looking for something, remember your chakras because they are a part of who you are. So if you want to really help your body, eat those different colors of foods. They'll help as well.
Okay, so like I'm wearing a dark blue. This should help with my speaking, my throat chakra. Yes. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yay.
Yay. And then the white also would be for your crown. It's when the crown is it's the purple, but it's also white. It's also the connection with the divine, so it would be white. So you're actually helping 2 of your chakras at that point. You're working with your crown as well as your throat, which is a great thing. Yeah, those are 2 great. And we all need help with the throat chakra. I mean, that and the heart seem to be big ones for all of us.
I used to wear a lapis necklace all the time, which is a blue, around. It was a tighter one. I heard this years and years ago. I had a hard time speaking and TMJ and all of that. and I had read that would help with my communication. I didn't realize it would help with my throat chakra, that's what it was tied to, but I used to wear it all the time for that, and I think it really helped.
Oh, yeah. Well, you speak lovely. You're a very good communicator, so yes, it helped. I brought with me today, this is a blue agate. This is a beautiful stone, and this is really good for the throat chakra as well. That's probably part of why I brought it, so that it would be working with me. But this is another little one. But these work very well with helping with communication, to be more at ease with it. And there's a couple others that I brought. This is the rose quartz. This will work with the heart, to open the heart chakra up, and to really just allow yourself to feel maybe a little more balanced, a little more open, a little more loving at times, speaking, so these two together are terrific. They're going to speak in a very loving, soft, gentle way.
So I was going to ask you, are there gemstones? Because I've heard there's gemstones that go with it. Does it matter if they're just the color of it? So if I want to work on my root chakra, does it just need to be red, or are there a couple rules that go with it?
I don't know if there's rules, but I do know that there's certain crystals that will enhance the chakra system a little more easily. Like this is a hematite. It's a little small one, but hematite is good for the root chakra for balancing and keeping you balanced and grounded. That's a really good stone for someone that has a little bit of being scattered and doesn't really make their decisions real well because they're so scattered. That's a real good one. So we'll just go right up the chakra system. So you have your root, which would be, hematite's a good one. There's multiple that you can use and get, but I just brought up a couple different ones to think of. The sacral, being orange, would be orange citrate is a really good one. That's a really beautiful stone as well. And when you're picking your stones, take your time choosing them and really kind of close your eyes and try to connect with them to see if there's energy that you feel that you're drawn to. If you don't feel like there's a connection, then maybe move on to something a little more appealing to you. But anyways, to go back to it. So we're going to go to the solar plex. The solar plex is yellow, but jasper, a red jasper is really good for that area, for the solar plexus. The red jasper, I don't have one here with me, but that's a pretty stone. And when you go to your metaphysical stores or to some of the events, Spirit Fest is a great one to go to. They always have some really good crystal vendors there. They can certainly guide you to, what different crystals are good for which chakra. So as we move up, we move into the heart chakra, as we know, rose quartz. Beautiful
what about
stone.
Jade? I have some jade. Would jade work also? And rose quartz is pink, so the heart is pink or green?
Well, the color of the chakra is green, but the rose quartz is one that's good for healing the heart.
And it's associated with love, right?
Oh, definitely.
And your heart is associated with love?
The heart is love.
Okay.
Right?
So the rose. Okay.
So the rose quartz, that's a really good one for helping, and even just to have it in your home anywhere. It creates that nice balance and it stimulates love.
Okay.
The next one, as we just talked about, is the throat chakra, the blue agate. That's a really great one. And then for the third eye, that one is here. I happen to have it with me. Amethyst. Amethyst, and this is a great overall crystal as well to have everywhere in your house. It balances the energy and it just brings in that feeling of, well, it's really just a great healing stone overall, but it's a really nice stone for just balancing. It just kind of clears things, clears the energy. So I like that. And then for the crown, plain crystals. A good crystal quartz is always good for the crown. Those are some of the crystals that I like for the different chakras.
So then how would I use, I do have some amethyst because that is my birthstone and I love purple. I have some quartz crystal if I would have brought one in here if I didn't know. Would have known. It's okay. So how do I use these? Do I hold them to my spot that I'm trying to work on? Do I meditate with them in my hands? Do I balance it on my head, the quartz crystal on my head? Well,
good questions, Bliss. Good questions.
Tell me how I'm going to use these gems.
When I meditate, whatever chakra or whatever I'm trying to accomplish, if I'm trying to, let's focus on, let's just say I'm trying to work with my heart chakra, I will always make sure that I have my rose quartz, and I just set it in my lap or have it in my hands, and I just close my eyes and meditate with that. It's really about what you're trying how you're trying to guide your meditation, if you will. You can sleep with the rose quartz. Some of the crystals I wouldn't sleep with because they'll disrupt your sleep. At least they do for me. Crystal quartz, I can't sleep with it, even in the room, or I'm wide awake. The amethyst is very soothing. The rose quartz is very soothing. Those are good for in the sleep area, I find, for myself anyway. But I try not to put too many in there because they're energy, and we're all energy. So if it's not conducive for relaxation and calming, then it can do the opposite for you. But utilize it. You can do anything with them. You can meditate with them. You can have them just sitting in your office to keep the energy clear. A really good stone for keeping the energy clear, no matter where you are, is the oh my goodness, calcimite? No. It'll come right back to me how to say it. And I actually would like to show it, but it's over there. That's a really good stone, and the name will come right back to me. So anyway, so any other questions?
Okay, so yes. So I want to work on my heart chakra, and I have my rose quartz. Do I concentrate on my heart chakra if I'm trying to balance it? Because I don't want it too open, and I don't want it too closed or unbalanced or overly one way or the other. Do I just think about my heart chakra while I'm holding this? How would I go about meditating to heal my heart chakra or my throat chakra or
any of the chakras? What I would consider is holding on to the stone and giving yourself permission to allow the energy of the stone to help in any way, but not concentrating on it, because that's going to, distract from your actual meditative state. So I would just give yourself permission to utilize the energy however it comes in and however it will benefit you for your highest good.
So kind of like make an intention and then let it go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. That just puts, and that's how I meditate anyway, is I set an intention, and then I just allow whatever to come through as it does, and there's usually a lot of thoughts that are coming through. And then too, if I find that I'm thinking too much, I'll bring it back to the crystal that I'm holding on to, just kind of as a reminder that, look, let it go, just let it go, and then let it do their job. So
that's fabulous. That is great information. So I know that you can have an overactive or underactive, those are the words I was looking before, an overactive or underactive chakra. Do you want to walk us through the chakras, like what an overactive or underactive root chakra would look like? Some of the...
We kind of touched on that just a little bit. Let's go to the, like you said, the root chakra. Someone that is very scattered, unable to, make decisions and know which direction to go, or can't sit still, their root chakra is probably out of balance and needs some attention. Go to the heart chakra. Someone's heart chakra that's overactive, or that maybe they're in the too closed and not really flowing with the love and the kindness. They're going to be more aggressive, more sarcastic, angry, mm-hmm. not kind, and not real open, if you will. The throat chakra, that's when you can really see someone that has a real unbalanced throat chakra. if they're being loud and aggressive and not being gentle and kind with their words, or maybe someone that stutters, that has maybe a speech impediment or isn't flowing, their throat chakra a lot of times will be real closed and tight.
Oh, okay. And can things from childhood affect, like I know stutters and things like that, things from childhood really, because the root chakra, as far as I know, has a lot to do with safety. And if you grow up in a very unsafe environment, that could mean that your root chakra is unbalanced, overactive or underactive, and that needs to be brought back into alignment for it to work correctly.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Trauma is a big factor within all the chakras. I mean, wherever we feel repressed, like the throat chakra again, that's a big one. When we're not allowed to speak our truth, or we're not given permission or feeling heard, then that'll have a big bearing on the throat, as well as your root chakra. Because if you're not feeling you're heard, you're not feeling safe. And like you said, the root chakra is really very much affiliated with feeling safe, feeling grounded, feeling like you're nurtured and loved. So you kind of see how they all flow together, but how different traumas land in the different chakras. And a lot of it is the traumas from childhood is perception. It may be that it's your perception and you just stuff everything way down, or you might just hold on to it in your heart and your heart gets real cold and real hard, or you hold your words and you're not allowing yourself to speak freely. Or the stomach problems again, when people don't feel like they're being heard and aren't allowed to feel, they stuff those feelings down, and that gets all agitated and irritated and out of balance.
And so that can lead to digestive problems and IBS and things.
Ulcers and acid reflux, all of the, digestive issues that people get.
So I've worked on, just a little personal, I've worked on my heart chakra a lot because of my growing up. I had people tell me, Bliss, you're cut off at everything's in your head. Everything is just knowledge, and you're not connected. They said I was like a cartoon character. You know how cartoon characters, they have all the words over here? It's like, this is your head over here, and then your body's over here. So I've worked on that a lot. And then, obviously, with, like I said, my throat and the TMJ, because I didn't have the freedom to be able to say anything or how I felt or anything like that. So I have worked on these, and I find that they interconnect, and that it's not just an isolated. Your heart isn't isolated. Your throat isn't isolated. Am I correct in this?
Yes, it affects all of your systems, all of them. And what I find with the healing work that I do is that certain people, it'll settle in one or two areas more than the other. So for you, it's like your throat and your communication. That's where yours settled in, and your heart chakra. But your heart chakra is very open.
Now.
Yes. Yeah. Great work.
So when you go about healing somebody's chakras, do you want to talk about that? I know we talked about colors a little bit. We talked about gemstones a little bit. Talked about eating food. So if I'm working on opening my heart or balancing my heart, I'd want to eat green or pink food.
Pink grapefruit.
There we go, pink grapefruit. Mm-hmm. I love pink. Love the color.
Me too.
If I'm working on my sacral, that would be more orange food, like oranges or yams and things like that. Exactly. And that will help balance it.
Yes.
Are there other ways to heal chakras?
Well, we touched on this a little bit with meditation. You can work with meditation, also with yoga. Yoga is a great thing because it's moving you, getting out there and doing your walks in nature. Sound is a wonderful thing. Journaling. I'm finding that a lot of people, when they start journaling, and the new thing with journaling is you have your phones and it has the recorder on it. You don't have to sit down and write anymore. You can just talk into your recorder, and that's very effective. It also helps with the feeling of being heard. So there's a lot of exchange going on within the body, being heard. That's a big one. Making just being mindful. So to go back to what you asked when the healing work is transpiring. It's a real conscious thing for people, or a person that's being worked with, that they give permission to not only the practitioner but also to themselves, that they want to be healed, and that when there's healing work being done, that they themselves focus on a particular chakra, if you will, a chakra region, so that the energy is, it's, first of all, it's been given permission, you're giving yourself permission to let go of any of the traumas that are still lingering, but it also helps for the energy as it comes in and is worked through, that it helps to disperse it into the areas that is necessary.
Okay. I had a thought. Do animals have chakras?
Yes, I believe they do. I was just working with that with my cat the other day. I was looking at her and trying to figure out where the balance or imbalance is within her chakra system. And it made a lot of sense to me as I was going down through the chakras of where she really, which ones dominate, if you will. I think her root chakra is a little off, to be honest. She's a little scattered, but that's her brand, or the type of cat. But yeah, I do believe that. I believe that all animals and humans have a chakra system, and meridians, and on and on and on. I think we're all one. We're all interconnected. So how can it not be?
So, do you think they have the main 7 like we do, or just for kicks and giggles? Do you think that it follows their spine, kind of like it does us? I mean, we point to the front of us, but it's also,
Yes, front and back, yes, right there in the midst. I would have to say yes. I really think so. But I think that animals, we'll just focus on cats and dogs. I think they're extremely intuitive. Extremely. I mean, if you just watch how an animal, with the weather, when the weather changes, watch the animals, how they respond to a bad storm coming in, or watch how a dog is walking the perimeters and how they know before you can see something coming. I just feel like they're so intuitive.
Oh, I agree 100%.
They're wide open.
I agree. I've had people go, "Oh, my cat will never go to anybody," and then it comes up to me, and won't leave me alone. And they're like, "Okay, that's weird." Or I have a cat, and we had a bad ice storm here, and my cat wouldn't leave me alone the day before. I mean, she shadowed me, and so yeah, I think. Dogs the same way. I think they really know if you're friend or foe.
Yes, and it's very interesting as well. I think that that they operate from the heart chakra up primarily.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because if you think about it, they're just so full of love. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, I know you have cats as well as I, but mine are very verbal at times. At times, not all the time, but they're verbal. But they're always watching. When I do my healing work at times, the cats will come in and just lay with me. It's like they love the feel of that energy. And so I think they're very intuitive. Yes, I do believe they have chakras. Definitely.
My sister, anytime she was sick, the cat would come and lay on her and purr.
Yes, and they say cats are very healing.
Yes, that frequency, that purring.
Yes.
So talking about energy, talking about animals, talking about intuition, what is your thoughts on how we affect others? So animals pick up on us and our energy, whether we're friend or foe, safe or not. How do you feel that our energy affects each other?
On every level. On every level. If I'm in a room, if I'm walking into a room and there's two people in the room already, and they're having a big fight, I mean, their energy is very angry. Even if I walk in and it's quiet, that energy, you can feel the energy. I know everybody that's watching this or will watch this can say, oh yeah, I've experienced that, because you can just, and that's their energy intermixing with your energy, and that's that's where the gut feeling comes in of, oh dear, I don't want to be in here. Yeah. And then it's time to go. Let them have their little space. But that's how you know the energy. Or if you watch, if you're in a restaurant and there's a couple in there engaged in a loving conversation, the love just permeates and you can feel it. So you can feel all different forms of energy as you're moving through your day, but it's just being aware of it. Watch somebody driving down the highway that's zipping in and out. What is their energy? And you know it's affecting everybody else's energy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Prime example. Yeah.
Definitely. I've been at banks, and you're standing in line, and somebody's up at the window, and it's like, uh-oh, they just got some bad news. You know?
That's right. They don't even have to say a word. You could just read their body and feel the energy shift. Yes, exactly. That's a great analogy right there.
When I was younger, I guess that could be yesterday too. When I was younger, I did not pick up on things nearly as well. My sister was really good at picking up everything, and I think somewhere in my childhood, it wasn't safe for me to pick up on everything.
Yes.
But as I have gotten older and more into energy and all of that, it's like I pick up on things. Or if I don't right away, later on I might be thinking about something because I was somewhere and I'm like, oh, boy, that was interesting.
Yes.
Or it's like I can suddenly feel how uncomfortable somebody was or excited they were or that kind of thing. So
yeah. So to bring Bliss, to bring it back, so you were saying as a child you learned to shut it off. So which chakra did you shut off?
I guess would that be my third eye, my heart, my intuition? My intuition probably mostly, because I've been working on getting that back. Not that there's times where I have used it. There was a time I was working out in the garden, and all of a sudden I went, my husband's been in an accident, and he was a truck driver at the time. And I ran into the house and got the phone. This is before we all had cell phones that we carried with us all the time. I got the wireless phone, and sure enough, within about 15 minutes, he called and said he had been in an accident.
Wow. So that's divinely connected.
There's times where my intuition, when my son was in the Army and he was serving overseas on the front lines, every once in a while I'd sit up straight in the middle of the night, just wake up and sit up straight, and it'd be like, okay, time to pray. You know, it's like...
Yeah, it's that knowing.
Yeah. So it's like I have it, but I haven't always chosen to use it all the time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when I want to use it, I use it.
That's good. And it's like the energy, protecting your energy before you go out. And that's also protecting your chakras as well. I mean, it's all in one, but, really not being wide open for all the energy that's out there to bombard you and to really play havoc on you.
Right, yes. So if I'm in a situation, which I was not too long ago, where I was basically a witness, and I was just there as an extra person, and people were yelling and screaming, and I didn't absorb any of the energy. I just stayed there. I stayed calm. I stayed grounded, because it's just, and it calmed down the whole room.
Yes.
Calmed everything down, because I was not going to get involved, and I was not going to, allow it to get me all,
Right.
But anyway, it's interesting how you can affect a room too. You can walk into a room and have a joyous, open energy into a room of people, and the next thing you know, you're all laughing and joking. Or, like you said, you can walk in being angry to a joyous room, and you can broadcast your anger.
Please. Yeah. I'm not so sure walking into a room of anger that you're going to change much, really, but yes, I agree. I like walking into a room of joyful people.
Yeah, me too. I do too. I use laughter and a little bit of joking a lot. So
that's a good thing. Good.
I'm looking at my list here. What else do we have? We've talked about pretty much everything on my list. Talked about even a little bit of health, how chakras out of balance can affect your health. So you want to be in balance. I do know that you do chakra healings. You also do psychic readings. You do psychic healings, and you do tarot card readings. Do you want to talk about it?
Those are all things that I do, as well as psychic parties. I do readings at the Spirit Fest events and other expos and other little events as well. I do a lot of readings and healing work out of my home. So I do that, the healing work from a distance, the readings over the phone with people, sometimes over Zoom. I've been doing both of those with the general public for about 35 years now. It's who I've always been. I kind of, like you, as a child, learned early on it wasn't really going to be a very beneficial thing to have those gifts, so I learned to suppress them. I had to actually learn, and when I went into nursing school, everything started opening back up for me. I couldn't deny, my psychic abilities or my gifts, if you will. So as I progressed from my 20s into my 30s is when I really started opening up and doing this work, and have done it ever since, basically full time. As soon as I retired from nursing, I started doing it full time. Just a great transition, truly.
Well, I know that you actually do healing on me and have done that for over 6 months. Terri does a weekly healing on me, and it has made a big impact on my life, and it has helped me. She aligns my chakra system and works on whichever ones need help the most at that point. And I've been through a very tough year, and it has helped me tremendously. So I would tell anybody, I recommend Terri. Terri has also helped other friends of mine with decisions in their lives. If this one's better than that one, and she will, if she doesn't know, I know she's going to tell you up front, I don't know, or I can't help you with that, but if she can, she's definitely going to help you. So do you want to tell people how that they can get in touch with you?
Sure. I have a website, and that is terrijarvis.com. You can call me. It's better to text me when I'm on with sessions. I don't answer my phone, so I can give you that phone number. That phone number is 941-330-5855. And text me anytime, and within a window of 2 or 3 hours, I'll get back with you, and we can set up times or talk about it, whatever's comfortable.
So that's terrijarvis.com. That's TERRI. Terri. There we go. Jarvis is Jarvis.
Correct.
Okay, so that's TerriJarvis.com.
JARVIS.
JARVIS.
Yes.
.com. Okay, if you didn't get that, rewind and get it. And then the phone number was 941-330-5055.
5855.
5855. Don't have my glasses. Sorry. Yeah, I need to borrow your glasses. So I think that's it. And like I said, Terri is awesome. If you want to have a psychic party, a tarot card reading, or ask her questions, get a healing, get multiple healings, Terri is awesome.
Thank you.
We will open this up. If anyone has any questions, you can ask questions, comments.
I just want to say that was wonderful. I only caught the tail end. This is Deborah.
Well,
Hi, Deborah.
We appreciate it. You can go back and listen to it later.
I will. I got it at terrijarvis.com.
Awesome.
Thank you, Deborah.
Yes. Oh, well, I'm in Colorado here, and it's taking a walk. It's beautiful.
Well, great.
Hug a tree. Hug a tree, Deb.
Hug a tree. It'll help grow.
Hug a tree. It'll help balance you and get you grounded.
Oh, I'm a big-time tree hugger.
That's awesome.
A huge one on my trail here.
Well, that's it for us tonight. So we appreciate you watching, and we love you. And until next time, good night.
Good night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bliss.